brand new video today. It is April 28th. We're doing Underdog pick'ems for the NBA slate today. There's 3 games today, 3 huge, crucial game sixes in the NBA playoffs. I think we're going to have some exciting games today. Very interesting time to make these picks here on Underdog Fantasy. I think it's a great time. NBA playoffs is a great time for all basketball fans, but more specifically, like with Underdog Pick'em or PrizePicks or any sort of player prop bets. It's fun because these players are playing extremely hard and the stars are playing right. It's not like the regular season where you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know who's gonna sit or you know what I mean. Like there's so many variables in the regular season with just as far as people not taking it as serious. But this is the playoffs, so like blue chip players like Joel, James. All these big guys are going to be playing major minutes trying to win games. So you can kind of make these picks with a little bit more confidence, I guess you could say. But yeah, again, Underdog Fantasy, link in the description to sign up. They will match 100% of your first deposit. So you deposit $100, they'll deposit another 100, so you'll have $200 to play with. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is entertainment purposes only. Please only gamble, invest whatever, any amount of money you could be possibly willing to lose. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into these picks. Yesterday had a decent day. If you go back and look at the video from yesterday, we did have some misses to keep it as fully transparent, but like Pat Williams hit his over, and I think there was a few other ones that we did hit on yesterday. But let's get into these picks. First game is Philadelphia versus Toronto, and we're gonna get into it first. The first over I have, or the first play I have for today is gonna be Tobias Harris over 7.5 rebounds. All right, Tobias Harris over 7.5 rebounds. You can see here. I mean, this entire series he's been rebounding, right? He's got a game of 10, 12, 11. Last game he had 7. But over the course of the season, I think Joel right now is kind of playing a little bit more offensively, worrying about the ball. And, Tobias Harris obviously playing major minutes, close to 40 minutes a game this entire series. So I think he's really going to play aggressive. I think Tobias Harris over 7.5 rebounds is an easy play for me here. And then the other play, honestly, I have 2 plays for the Raptors, just 2 that I feel pretty confident in. One is going to be Pascal Siakam over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We can see here the last game hit 23, 10, and 7. Before that 34, 8, and 5. So he's playing extremely aggressive, major minutes for him as well, all over 40 minutes a game in this series. But without Fred VanVleet, I think he's doubtful right now. So if Fred VanVleet is doubtful, Tobias Harris is, Pascal Siakam is the major playmaker for this team offensively. I think he has the ball in his hands a lot. I think in a must-win game for Toronto, again, Game 6, they've won 2 games in a row now. I think Pascal Siakam over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists is an easy play as well. And then also, I like the under here on Scotty Barnes' three-pointers made. I just think if you take a look, let's take a look at his game stats, right? Game log. This entire series, he hasn't made a three-pointer. He's only attempted 5 in the entire series. And he's got multiple games here with 0 three-pointers during the season, 0 three-pointers made. I just don't think that's a priority for him. I don't think the way that they're playing, the offensive sets that they're getting into is, allowing or asking him to take three-point shots, especially OG Anunoby's back. He's playing well. He's definitely taking over like 3 to 4 three-pointers a game. So I do think Scotty Barnes, the under on the 0.5 three-pointers and assists, Scotty Barnes under 0.5 three-pointers is the play here. So coming down here to the Suns and New Orleans Pelicans game, which again, I've had a lot of fun watching this series. I think it's been honestly a great series for the NBA. For the playoffs, more specifically, I think it helped a lot with Devin Booker being out. Obviously, you don't like to see Devin Booker out, but it has made this series very, very interesting. So here I've got Chris Paul over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We can see these stats here. These are Chris Paul's stats without Devin Booker this season, and this is just for the regular season. I think there was 4 games here. He averaged 23, 8, and 5 in 4 games, 21, 9, and 13, 32, 5, and 5, 13, 3, and 4, and then 29, 3, and 12. And then you can even see how he's done in this series without D-Book. The last game he played extremely well. The game before that he did not play well. And then the game before this in New Orleans he played extremely well, 28 and 14. 22, 11, and 6, and then 4, 3, 11. I think Phoenix really wants to close this game out. They don't want to go back to Phoenix for a game 7. I think they want to go to New Orleans, close this game out. They played extremely well in game 5. I think New Orleans really obviously wants to stay alive, but I think Chris Paul comes out, wants to dominate, wants to make up for the last game in New Orleans, and I think 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'll take the over on that. And then on the New Orleans side, I got to ride with my guy BI again. I'm taking the over 25.5 points. He kind of let me down in the last game. He only had 22, but before that he had 37, 34, and 30. Again, this is a home game for the New Orleans Pelicans. Both home games in this series, he's gone over 30 points. I think 25. It's down a little bit. I think the last game his line was 27.5 points. So it's down a full 2 points now. I think BI at home knows he needs to play well, knows it's a must-win game for the Pelicans. I think this is the play of the day for me, in my opinion. Again, these lines do change, so depending on when you're watching this video, these lines could be different. But right now, taking BI 25.5 points, play of the day for me. I think the BI over points for Tuesday was the play of the day for me as well. I just love the way he's playing, and he's crucial he's the star of the Pelicans, right? Willie Green, the coach of the Pelicans, has really enabled BI to be the star of this team, and so BI 25.5 points over is the play of the day. And then another, obviously, what seems like it's been a lock this entire series is Jalen Brunson over 20.5 points, right? I mean, he's gone over 20 all 5 games of this series. 24, 41, 31, 30, 23, and 24. He's still taking shots. These are the last 2 games with Luka. He's still taking 18 shots, 20 shots here. Still playing major minutes. I think Jason Kidd is empowering him to really just, be that co-star with Luka. I mean, they don't really have an offensive co-star with Luka, and I think Jalen Brunson is rising to the occasion. I think easy call here, 20.5 points. Again, Game 6 is a must-win game, so everyone's going to be playing extremely aggressive, trying to put the ball in the hoop, attacking the basket. Jalen Brunson does a great job at getting into the paint, creating for himself and others. So I think Jalen Brunson over here, 20.5 points is a play. And then in the Utah Jazz side, right, this is where it gets a little tricky because they don't have my go-to kind of play here is the Jordan Clarkson over points. I don't know why that's not here yet. Sometimes these things, they're here and they're not here, these lines, but for here, I'm taking the under on Rudy Gobert, 29.5 points and rebounds. I've kind of been making this play throughout the series. I just feel like the way, the Mavericks don't have a traditional big. I mean, they've got Dwight Powell, but they don't have a traditional back to the basket facing big. So, like, Rudy Gobert doesn't really need to be out there as much as I feel like he normally would be against, like, a team that has, a big-time center like Joel Embiid or even just like Anthony Davis. So you can see here he had 17 and 11, so he hit 28 last game. Before that, he went to over, and then these 3 other games, he was underneath this line, right, underneath 29.5 points. So he's only gone over 29.5 points once in this series. I just think this game, I think Dallas guys tries to eliminate him from the game plan. It's just taking the under here on Rudy Gobert, 29.5 points. So obviously 3-game slate today, super exciting. I think there's going to be a lot of things happening in the NBA, a lot of crazy things to happen. Obviously tonight, and then obviously the next day, Friday, where there's going to be some closeout games as well. So let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about this 3-game slate, these picks. I do ask, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, drop a like on this video, and as always, have a great day.